Hello, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. This is a Patreon request for Towerwatch, Guilty Gear Xrd, Sky Should Be High, parentheses, it says vocal version. This is the second time in my life I've checked out Xrd. I believe I've only done the Lily of Steel. Don't remember what that was like. That was a long time ago, but hey, it's Guilty Gear. But it's nice to hear other Guilty Gears. I mostly just get Strive stuff, but this is Xrd and Revelator, I guess, whatever that means. Vocal version, though. Interesting. I'm guessing it's Daisuke, but I don't know. Anyways, Guilty Gear is always a fun, crazy time. Sky Should Be High. Don't know if this is a character theme or not. Let's go. Oh, it's so brutal. That guitar tone is so crunchy. Ooh, drums. There was like 3 harmonies right there on the vocals. God, Guilty Gear's so sick. What else is there to say? It's just sick. Honestly, the drums are kind of killing it for me in this one, in a good way. I don't hear the bass at all. I don't know what that's going on. I'm guessing it's just following the rhythm guitar. You said the title. Based on the songwriting, I'm guessing a solo is coming up any moment. A bridge or a solo? A little breakdown. Yep. Ah, they mixed it up on me. Oh, girl.
No one knows tomorrow.
Oh, that was short-lived. Okay, that was cool. Wow, this is great for people that love to sing. There's so much belting. power metal. It's weird. Like, I typically don't listen to stuff like this. I'm gonna break this guitar if I don't move it. I typically don't listen to this sort of metal, only because when I think of music like that, that's like super thrashy, I usually imagine like screams on top of it or like some just guttural noise. It's to me, sometimes it doesn't fit. I guess it depends. I like to hear, but typically I can't listen to like a lot of that over and over, where it's just like really fast, crazy stuff, but it's just like clean singing on top. I guess if it's done right. But it worked here. This one reminded me, I wrote a couple things here. Well, as far as the music goes, super thrash power metal fest, right? The drums are really, really good actually. And they were not just, for lack of a better word, they weren't like just boring and following along. They were kind of doing things and little fills here and there. I don't know what the bass was doing at all. I can barely hear it. It was kind of drowned out. But, you know, typical, you know, guitar formula here, power chords, palm muting, alternate picking, the usual. One thing I thought to myself is this. Now I know it's gonna sound backwards, but just hang on. This to me sounded a bit like what Strive sounds like. So maybe Xrd was kind of the sort of blueprint as to what we kind of know now. I don't know when Xrd came out, but I know for sure it came out before Strive. That I do know. So maybe they took like, hey, people responded well to Xrd's music. Let's just kind of like do more in Strive. Like, because to me that sounded like Strive. I know this came first, but I heard Strive first, and I'm mostly familiar with Strive, and it sounds like it would just totally fit in there. Whereas I've heard other older Guilty Gear stuff, and it doesn't sound like any of that. It sounds way more raw and way more aggressive. As far as the vocals go, you know, as far as like that kind of just sound, and like I said, I was able to predict when the guitar solo was going to come in and all that. It's a very like if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. It reminded me of System of a Down actually, which is kind of weird. Not entirely. I mean, System does do kind of faster stuff sometimes, but like the clean, like the harmony vocals, the big layered vocals with the you know, all that stuff. That's very Surge, and that's a good thing because I love System of a Down. I've heard them in forever, but it was cool. I'm guessing this has to be a character theme based. I don't know if they don't have. I don't know if they have stage themes in Guilty Gear. As far as I know, it's all character themes. But what do I know? So, to my surprise, they changed it up, which I love because I didn't expect it. There was an interlude after the guitar solo, I think. Was it after? Yeah, it was after the guitar solo. See, I would have just expected the guitar solo, and then they would have got back into the chorus, and then it just would have ended or something like that. But they extended it into this really cool part, which to me was the best part of the song. And it was like this little nylon classical, like borderline flamenco, but not really. If you ever hear that comparison, it's because flamenco uses the exact same guitars, which are like classical nylon guitars. It's the sound of the strings, the nylon strings. That's the first time I've ever heard Guilty Gear do anything like that, as far as I recall. So that was really cool. It was a little short-lived, but it was really cool. It reminded me of like, well, I mean, anything like that. But it also reminded me of like Ace Combat, which was Ace Combat 0. And I kind of wish they just did something just a little bit further with it, but that kind of raised more questions as to what would make the song go in that direction. If it is a character, then this character is quite, you know, all over the place. But it also reminded me of a band, which I'm pretty sure is probably referenced in this game, called Megadeth. I can't remember the exact song name. I want to say it's Holy Wars. It's one of their more popular songs that they have. I think it's Holy Wars. Yeah, I think it's Holy Wars. If you listen to that song, it's one of their fastest songs. You know, starts off all and then it's just thrash fest, and then in the middle of it, out of nowhere, little nylon guitar solo out of nowhere, and then it goes back to being fast again. So it kind of to me sounded like a you know, video gamey version of Holy Wars in a way. Not saying that I can't compete with it, but it just reminded me of that quite a bit, just because of the drastic change in the middle and then right back into the speed. But this one gradually went back into that speed, which I thought was really cool. It wasn't just like Okay, it's fast again. It was like a nice little. I really like the way the song flowed together. It pieced together in a very nice way, if that makes any sense. But Excerpt, huh? Okay. Interesting. And of course, I'm going to ask the same old question. Who does this song belong to, or where does it go? But also, what is this whole vocal version thing? Does this song exist in instrumental form? Does it exist with other vocals? Does it, you know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? I need to hear more Excerpt. I need to hear more Guilty Gear. I'm never gonna get tired of Guilty Gear. That's, you know, I like metal. I like everything, but of course, I can appreciate metal. I play it too. So, oh man, that middle part was so cool. Now that I think about it, one more little question. I know Daisuke composes these, but does he play the guitar as well? I mean, as like the primary player? Or maybe does he just like do some chords here and there? Like, for example, who's shredding? Who's doing the solos? I didn't even know until recently that he wasn't even the one singing. I thought it was him singing the whole time. So, shows how much I know. Anyways, Guilty Gear, Excerpt, Sky Should Be High. It's a good name. Cool. Let me know what you think of the song and where it goes. And yeah, thank you to Towerwatch. Thanks to you for watching. Thanks to all my Patreon members, keeping the VGM dream alive. Big thank you to my Platinum supporters, Kevin, Patrick, Shadow Maxim, Vanadel, Kalanin, Garlane, Mushimari, Justin, Knox, and Sflot. Thanks again to you for watching. Guilty Gear fans or not. Until next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. Rock on.